Riftbound couldn't have come out at a better time when so many TCG players are burnt out from some certain aspect of their current game that they're playing. I've recently gotten to it, and I can say what I've played from set 1 and 2 is a good foundation. That being said, I'm still on edge because I've seen so many games with promise die. I just want to go over a few things Riot should absolutely avoid if they want to keep Riftbound alive. The first point is creating an official online client. It is a necessary component that every TCG needs in order to survive. I think they need to provide an online client to make the game more accessible to players. Luckily, right now, there's a manual TCG simulator called TCG Arena, and I want to just take a minute to praise how good it is, because imagine if TCG Arena had come out 5 to 10 years ago, how many games would have possibly survived if there was some sort of way to play it online. Imagine not having to download shady software to play Yu-Gi-Oh! Or Cardfight Vanguard. An online client is still preferred because there are certain challenges you face when playing manual simulators. So while there are ways to play it online already, I still think an official client is necessary for the future of the game. This next point shouldn't be too hard to implement, and they're probably already planning to do this already. They need to balance the game. They need to keep an eye on the meta and see how it evolves and create a ban list or limit certain cards to make sure nothing is becoming too crazy. I don't know if anyone remembers this game. Like, it's pretty. I don't even know if it's still around. There was a game called Force of Will that died because the game devs, I guess, the company, or like the game devs, did not balance. Well, they did balance it, but they waited too long to balance the game, and eventually people got fed up and stopped playing because of poor balance choices. To be specific, I don't remember the name, but there was a card that completely ruined the game, and they waited too long to ban it, and then players eventually got tired and stopped playing. My next point is reprinting cards. Collecting culture has all but ruined TCGs. Look no further than Pokemon, but I'm actually going to talk about Magic. Magic is designed to drive up prices. Magic the Gathering has a list that is designed to ensure that certain high value cards aren't reprinted. It's called the reserve list. Basically, the list was created to cater to collectors and ensure that the cards that they've been sitting on for decades keeps its value. All this is really doing is, as I said, driving the price and making certain parts of their game inaccessible. They also don't reprint certain staples in top tier decks and like modern and legacy, which all that does is create a high entry barrier and pushes players away. Current players get older and the median age goes up because they simply can't afford to play the game. Reprinting is good, but you also have to regulate it. Too many reprints could lead to the drop in value in the cards. Having some value is good, but you just have to make sure it doesn't get to the point where cards are too expensive and you're not spending thousands to get into a game. I'm going to talk about Force of Will again. Force of Will is a perfect example of reprinting too many cards. There's a myriad of a myriad of reasons why Force of Will died, and another one of those reasons would be that they reprinted cards so many times that there was no value and people left. That's another reason why people stopped playing. The the last and most important point would be universes beyond. I cannot stress this enough. Riot should not do Fortnite style collabs. Magic players, we know where this leads. I could write a whole essay on how Fortnite style collabs are unhealthy for the TCG space. Currently in Magic, Universes Beyond is fostering a collector's space and ensuring that there are more people collecting than playing the game. Universes Beyond is also bleeding into competitive formats and completely ruining them. The last and the most important would be right now it's completely overtaken in-universe sets. There are more Universe Beyond sets being printed, and that's not even counting Secret Lair. The last and the most important would be right now it's completely overtaken in-universe sets. There are more Universe Beyond sets being printed, and that's not even counting Secret Lair. It is imperative that Riot avoid Universe Beyond. Currently, there is more collab cards than there are regular Magic cards, and what we're seeing right now is an overload of the system. What Riot is doing right now with 4 sets a year is amazing, and I honestly think this is where all TCG should head. Lair. It is imperative that Riot avoid Universe Beyond style content. Honestly, all games should avoid this style of content. I say all that to say that these are more of like hypothetical points. This is not to say Riot is headed down this path or that they're doing something wrong. This is just more of a warning and more of just like guidelines, like suggestions so that this game lives long, because I think right now the TCG space needs a breath of fresh air. And I think it's currently set 1 and set 2 is really fun to play, and I want to keep it that way.